Hello, I'm Sean. I'm a developer in the Labs team at the Financial Times in London, and my job and Labs' remit is to explore the latest and greatest technologies and ideas and try to prepare the FT for when those technologies arise in the marketplace. Today, I'm going to be talking to you about the transcription service that we've built, a consumable speech-to-text API that's available for use by all FT staff and services. The service isn't available to members of the public or the wider developer community, but the source code for the whole thing is on GitHub, and all you'll need to get it running is some Google Cloud Engine credentials. So, what can it do? The transcription service can transcribe audio and video files in a matter of moments. Currently, it accepts a variety of video and audio files up to 40 megabytes in size. The audio can be transcribed in 88 different languages, and it takes around 30 seconds to transcribe 10 minutes of audio. And the transcriptions can be output as a JSON object, VTT, or SRT files. So what's going on under the hood? The service is a Node.js app that uses express.js to handle the RESTful API that developers and applications interact with. There's also a GUI that non-developers can use to upload the files that they want to transcribe and then copy and edit the output. The Node.js app also wraps FFmpeg. FFmpeg is used to probe and process the video and audio files that have been uploaded to the service. The transcription process. When a file is uploaded to the transcription service, we first check that it meets the criteria that we set out for files to be accepted by the system. Namely, it is of the right data type and it is small enough. We do this by checking the magic numbers of the first chunk of the file we receive, and if the file that's being uploaded is bigger than the maximum number of allowed bytes, we abort the request. Once we're happy that the file we've received is one that we're able to process, we create a job. Now, we only have a limited amount of system resources available, so we can only run a number of transcription jobs concurrently. If there are no jobs waiting in the queue, we write the received media file to the file system. Otherwise, we send it to an S3 bucket for later transcription. Let's assume we're able to start the job right away. We transcribe with the Google speech-to-text APIs. We found the quality of the transcriptions to be better and more reliable than that of competing services. But what we don't get from the speech APIs are timings. So we use FFmpeg to split the audio files up in known intervals. First, we split the audio file up into roughly minute-long chunks. We're not concerned with the timings of these bits of the audio, we only want to know the words contained within. We use these as prompts for the smaller chunks of audio that we do want to get the timings from. While this is going on, we also split the audio at intervals of silence. This way we can avoid cutting the middles of words, which can yield a bad transcription. If those audio sections are longer than 8 seconds, we force them to divide at 4-second intervals, which is long enough for most sentences. We then send off all those small chunks to be transcribed individually in parallel. Once the transcriptions are returned, we know what the time offsets of each audio chunk is, because we divided them ourselves. So we map the timings that we created, splitting up the files to transcriptions now returned. Now that we have the phrases and timings of the audio files, we can return that data to the client. By default, we return a JSON object, which describes what was said, when, in an easy-to-pass way. But we can also generate SRT and VTT file formats for use in commonly available media players. And that's how the Labs transcription service works. Of course, nothing is perfect, so there are errors every now and then that need to be corrected by a human. We couldn't just drop in a file and ship it on the FT.com. It's not quite of an editorial quality, but it reduces a great deal of the labor involved in transcribing audio and video content. With a little tweaking, transcriptions can be rated to ship in minutes rather than hours or even days. So why did we build this? Now, there are many obvious benefits in turning speech into formats that machines can better understand. That's why we're all here today. But why did we build this? And when I say we, I don't mean the FT, I mean we in FT Labs. We do, from time to time, build tools that have uses across the FT, but a subtitles engine is something that almost any team at the FT could construct, given the time and resources. You see, Labs built the transcription service not because we wanted subtitles, that's just a nice side effect of having built it at all. Labs built the transcription service because we wanted to know what people were saying. For us, this is a step, not just knowing what people are saying, but understanding what they're saying too. We built the transcription service as part of a bigger system to generate context from interactions. Over the last year, we in Labs have been keenly interested in vocal user interfaces, or VUIs. We see them as an exciting new way to engage with and consume news media, and with ever more shiny voice visors such as Google's Home device or Amazon's Echo range being welcomed into the homes of our customers, Naturally, we're inclined to want to play with it. We built the transcription service as part of a bigger system to generate context from interactions with these devices. We're not gripped by being able to ask Alexa what the weather is and have it respond. Siri's been able to do this for years. We want to be able to talk to these devices about the topics and subject matters that a user has chosen and continue on with that thread. An actual conversation with back and forth between system and user. And we're getting there, and we hope, fingers crossed, that in a few months we should have some really exciting stuff to share with you all. But for now, everything is still under development. And that's pretty much it. I want to thank Pietro for inviting me to put this presentation together for you all today. And I can't wait to hear from my colleagues in the room about all of the new and exciting ideas you'll undoubtedly be discussing in the coming days. If you have any questions about the transcription service, or just want to chat about technology in general, you can get myself or my teammates on the following networks. We'd love to hear from you. I've been Sean and Tracey, and thank you for your time.